What if I told you there's a hidden force shaping pretty much every decision you make, every habit you have, and every single emotion you feel? Today, we're not just going to talk about it, we're grabbing the user manual for your subconscious mind.
So let's just start with this. Seriously, think about it for a second. What if your life, your reactions, your confidence, your limits, is being run by a program you didn't even consciously install and can't see? It's a pretty wild thought, right? And it's exactly what we're about to unpack.
All right, let's pull back the curtain on this hidden driver. Because when you finally get what's steering your life, you get the incredible power to actually take the wheel.
So you've probably seen this number floating around, 95%. Now, whether the exact figure is perfect or not is kind of beside the point. Think of it as a powerful metaphor for just how much of our lives, everything from tying your shoes to feeling a sudden rush of anxiety, runs completely on autopilot. And it's all thanks to our subconscious.
This is such a brilliant way to see the two systems of your brain. The Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman laid this out perfectly. You've got your conscious mind, or System 2. That's the slow, deliberate part that's doing the heavy lifting when you're trying to solve a puzzle. But then you have your subconscious, System 1. It's lightning fast, it's automatic, it's the part that's driving you home on a familiar route while your conscious mind is already thinking about what's for dinner. It's where all your habits live.
So you might be wondering, if our subconscious is so powerful, why can't we just tell it to change? Why don't affirmations like, "I am wealthy," instantly work? Well, the answer is this guy right here, the critical faculty. It's your brain's security guard, its firewall. It stands at the gate, analyzes any new info, and immediately rejects anything that doesn't match what you already believe. It's designed to keep you consistent, which, unfortunately, often just means keeping you stuck.
But here's the exciting part. That security guard, it doesn't work 24/7. Science has found that there are specific, predictable gateways we can use to just sneak past the critic and talk directly to the subconscious operating system.
This chart shows us the master key, our brainwave states. Just think of brainwaves as the speed your brain is running at. Right now, listening to this, you're probably in beta, alert, analytical, with that firewall turned all the way up. But now look over at that subconscious receptivity column. See how it just skyrockets as we move into the slower, more relaxed brainwave states like theta and delta. That's our target zone. That's the sweet spot.
So, here's the whole point, really. Getting into these theta and delta states is like opening a direct line to your subconscious. In these states, your brain becomes incredibly plastic. It's like wet clay, ready to be molded. This is where you can rapidly update old, outdated beliefs and completely restructure habits you've had your whole life. So, how do we actually get our brains into these super powerful receptive states? Okay, let's dive into some incredible, fast-acting techniques that are designed to do exactly that.
We're going to start with a technique that's not just a nice metaphor. No, this is a science-backed method that literally uses the power of your own touch to create these profound shifts inside your brain.
It's called the havening technique. And what is absolutely fascinating about it is that certain kinds of gentle touch have been shown to generate calming delta waves in the brain. This creates a whole neurochemical cascade that can basically turn off the painful emotional charge of a memory. It leaves you with just the facts of what happened, not the awful feeling that went with it.
And the best part? It's incredibly simple to do. The havening touch is all about 3 key areas. Just gently rubbing your palms together, stroking down your arms from your shoulders to your elbows, and lightly stroking your face. Just doing this for a couple of minutes can shift you right into that calm, receptive delta state.
Okay, next up, let's look at a powerful tool that gets right to the source code of an issue. This is Rapid Transformational Therapy, or RTT. It's a hybrid approach that doesn't just put a Band-Aid on symptoms, it's designed to find and rewire the root cause of a problem with stunning speed. And get this, often in just 1 to 3 sessions. So how does RTT work? Well, it guides you into a deeply relaxed hypnotic state. That's that highly suggestible theta brainwave state we talked about. From there, you actually revisit the key scenes in your past that form the limiting belief. But the real transformation happens when you reframe it, when you get to see that old experience through your adult eyes. And then, right then, you install a new, powerful belief in its place. Now for something you can use like right now, in an instant. An NLP pattern interrupt is basically like hitting the reset button on a negative thought. It's a mental jolt, a quick, unexpected action that physically breaks the neural pathway of that old negative loop. It gives you this crucial moment of choice where, before, there was only an automatic reaction. You know that feeling, that familiar spiral of negative self-talk?
The moment you notice it starting, you interrupt it. You can physically snap your fingers, or even just mentally shout stop. This creates a tiny moment of confusion for your brain, a pattern break, and in that little gap you get to consciously choose a better thought.
All right, here's a tool you carry with you everywhere: your breath. It's like a remote control for your nervous system. Box breathing is this incredibly effective technique used by everyone from Navy SEALs to top CEOs to switch from a state of stress to one of calm, focused control.
And it is beautifully simple. You inhale for a count of 4, you hold for 4, you exhale for 4, and you hold for 4. Just repeating this cycle for a minute or two sends this powerful signal to your brain that says, hey, we're safe. It downshifts your nervous system and creates the perfect internal state to get past that critical mind.
So we've looked at touch, at hypnosis, at pattern breaks, and at our breath. They all seemed so different on the surface, right? But underneath, they are all operating on the exact same fundamental principles for creating rapid change in the brain. So let's put it all together.
But first, I think this is a really important point. Are we really reprogramming our minds like a computer? I love this quote from neuroscientist Dr. Dan Siegel. He suggests we think of it more like influencing or altering a complex living system. It's a crucial distinction, you know? We're working with our biology, not just trying to overwrite code.
So every single technique we've talked about, every single one, follows this simple 3-step process. First, you use a tool to bypass that critical firewall. Second, you open the gateway by guiding your brain into that super receptive, super plastic state of theta or delta. And third, while that gateway is wide open, you install the update, the new belief, the new feeling, the new way of being.
And I just want to be really clear. This isn't magic. It's not wishful thinking. This is the science of neuroplasticity in action. It is your brain's incredible built-in ability to change, to adapt, and to literally rewire itself based on new experiences and focused attention. You are actually hardwired for evolution.
So, you have the tools now, and you understand the framework. Your brain is ready, it's willing, and it is absolutely able to upgrade. The only question left is, are you?